One of the poorer offensive units in the league. Always, it seems, not only making mistakes, but having a difficult time moving the chains.
Here we go.
2nd down and 6. Brings it into his body. Here's a look at the Seahawks defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways. The Cardinals have a 3rd down coming up. They did a great job a week ago of converting on 3rd down. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. The Cardinals now move the chains.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the 1st down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm, because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line. He is in for the touchdown. And they've got a lead for themselves midway through the 1st thanks to that touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good drive that time. It had a little bit of everything in it, and it just gives you tremendous confidence as here we are halfway through the 1st quarter. Now you put the pressure on the other team.
He's put the ball on the tee, and he's about to kick off. Just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. First down at the 22. Reaches out and snatches it. It's wide open. That's his first reception today. What a tremendous effort after making the reception, breaking tackles, and picking up additional yardage.
We see this so often now, don't we, in the NFL? These wide receivers are such incredible athletes. Not only can they make spectacular catches, they're strong enough to break tackles like this and get extra yards. When you see linebackers moving like this, they're trying to confuse the offensive line.
1st and 10. Barrels ahead. Can't hold on here as this ball's incomplete. Here's a look at the Seahawks offense. Last week, they never turned the football over once. The Seahawks come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 25. In the end, it picks up only a yard. 3rd down now. The Seahawks will line up. First down markers right at the 15-yard line. Intercepted. Midway through the 1st, and this offense now has a chance to build on that lead.
The power rhythms are there for this football team. They woke up, the moon was in the right place. It was all good, Jim, and we've seen it here. Both sides of the ball playing very well.
First down now in a dangerous spot here. Looking across the middle, brings it in.
Oh, there's nothing like a play-action pass when the offensive linemen make it look like it's a run. The linebackers are all near the line of scrimmage, and easy to throw it down the field for that completion.
First down here after the completion. They'll run it off the toss. He's taken down at the 30.
You're running back in this league, and you pick up first downs, and you don't fumble the football. I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries. First and 10.
Will go ground. And there's only 22 yards to be found right there.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Screen. He's got the catch. Brought down right at the 50.
Now, if you want to keep your place on the offense, then catch the pass and break a tackle and get some extra yards. That's what the guy did on that play. Nice job by him.
First down at the 50. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
The Cardinals all bunched up here as they get set at the line.
The D-lines, they're seeing something on the offensive side. Everybody's shifting to their left.
Second down and 11. Makes the kick. No one's going to get him now. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown. That touchdown has them sitting pretty as the first quarter winds to a close.
Wow, you know, something sitting pretty, something I've never done, but, you know, I do the best I can. That's all I can do, Jim. But, hey, the offense, the team, they're so sharp. What a job by them so far. They got a nice lead here.
Right at about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better.
Second and 10 coming up. Quarters formation here for the defense. The Seahawks take it from the 28. Makes the reception. And the tackle is made at the 35-yard line.
Good job by the quarterback that time. Get them in a third and short after that play. And now you can run or pass. That makes it tough on the defense. Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing a blitz.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Into the open. Dives down, and that'll end the play.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
Let's go.
One last play before the quarter ends. The Seahawks still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. And that's a gain of 9. 2nd and 1 on the way.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The line of scrimmage, the 48. The Cardinals defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. First down at the 48. Pulls it in. And they tackle him down at the 37-yard line. That's his first reception today. They bring in the extra tight end.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
And that pass is just thrown away. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go.
Oh, look at that. Linebackers moving around.
The Seahawks from the 37. Going for the deep ball, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I think it's important for the defense. Anytime it's a third long situation for the offense to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker.
It'll be 3rd down. The Cardinals will come out in the dime.
Get ready. Spread 30 yards.
Catch made. And that's a gain of 10.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
The Seahawks from the 27. The Seahawks get a first down. The Seahawks roll the dice and pick up the first on 4th down.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Roll the dice. Sometimes you got to take a chance and hope it comes up 7. Well, I don't know about the 7, but they pick up the first down.
Play after play after play here on this drive.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Has his man. That's a gain of 8.
The Seahawks coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on first down. The pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's 2nd and short.
The Seahawks moving inside the 20, and the red zone last week, they just feasted on that part of the field. 2nd down and 2. Secures it with 2 hands. Gets about 9 on the play.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
They will snap it now at the 7-yard line. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They'll run it here. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
Oh, my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
Marching down the field and taking their time. 2nd and goal from the 8. The give out of the eye.
When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Two-minute warning. Stepping up, ready to spring into action at the 8. Third and goal from the 8. And it's swatted away.
That's a nice play that time by the defense. The offense is inside your red zone. You got to stop them from scoring. That was a good job of swatting the football away.
The kick is good.
Well, it was a beautiful drive down the field. Long drive by the offense. They do not get the 7 points, but they're fortunate they do get the field goal try, and they make it.
They bring him down at the 36-yard line. The Cardinals offense looks unstoppable. Touchdown drives the last 2 times they've had it. And here they go again, Phil.
Yeah, they've been very good, Jim. They're taking advantage of situations and scoring touchdowns, and we know that's what you must do. If you don't get these touchdowns, what happens later in the game always comes back to bite you.
First down at the 36. Throws the pass. Makes the catch. Right now, this offense doesn't have much to complain about. Holding on to the lead here in the first half. And the passing game partner has been very sharp.
Well, they're probably going to complain that they could have more points because you can never have enough points, Jim. We all know that. But the offensive line, wide receivers, quarterback, and even the coach on the sideline all having a very good first half.
Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. We're approaching halftime, and with that touchdown, they have a little extra breathing room before the break.
Oh, man, they're inhaling big time, and they love the way they feel right now where they're at in this football game. On the defensive side, listen, you got some information. You saw what they're doing on the other side, so make some adjustments and find a way to get back in and get a way to win this game.
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Seahawks offense takes the field after putting together a nice drive on their last possession. They were finally stopped short of the end zone and had to settle for the field goal.
Yeah, they had to settle, but they did a lot of good stuff. And I know on the defensive side, they had them reeling. And now you got to go out there and take advantage of the fact that the defense was guessing last series. Keep them guessing. Good job by the defense, all shifting inside. They're expecting a run up the middle.
Running room. He's tackled at the 28.
Beautiful job that time by the QB. He goes back there in the pass play. He doesn't like what he sees, and he just takes off and gets the yards and gets a first down.
The Seahawks take it from the 28. Ball is out. Recovery by the offense. What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbled.
This is third down. Corners formation here for the defense.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
It's intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Cardinals offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. That was a solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, just look at them, Jim. The way they run onto the field, you can see they're exuding confidence. And when you got a confident football team, man, let them go and let them play and see if they can make it happen again.
The Cardinals snap it at the 41. On the money. The Cardinals call a timeout and are left now with only one. So they complete one, and still it's second down. The Cardinals will come out in the pistol. Heaving it down the field. And it's incomplete. Third down on the way. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Running away from the pressure. And after only 3 plays, that incompletion brings us to fourth down. They bring back out the offense to go for it. The Seahawks signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Going for it on fourth down. The Cardinals at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. The Cardinals turn the ball over on downs. The Seahawks offense now will try to sustain a drive after giving the ball away just a few minutes ago before their defense came up with a play to return the pigskin.
Man, they should thank the defense bailing them out of trouble getting that turnover. And you're right, they're just giving the football away.
They're going to get him here for a sack. And the offense will call a timeout.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out, too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
Loss of a couple that time. Pass is intercepted.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Corners are backing off here.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
First down at the 37. Down the field. And it's incomplete. We've reached halftime, and we'll be sending it back to our studio and Larry Ridley as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Seahawks offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half.
The Seahawks come out in the pistol. First down at the 24. And at the 37, he'll be brought down. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. First down here. The Cardinals sat at the line. Dime package. He has the grab. Brought down at the 32.
The old-fashioned way of picking up big yardage is running the fly route on the outside. Show the speed of the receiver and the strength of the quarterback's arm. What a nice completion.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Set up screen. Gains 12.
Nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator. A little screen pass to the halfback. He knew the defensive line was going to be charging hard. They were, and it picked up some nice yards. Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
Let's go.
Jim, look at that. The defensive line now shifting to the right.
The Seahawks in the pistol. First down at the 20. They'll go ground. Thomas is in on the tackle.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
And it'll be second down and 6 after the running play on first down. He's got the catch. The Seahawks now move the chains.
First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
Stepping up to the line at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
First and goal. The give. Now cutting to the right. Touchdown. And they get one back.
It's just great to see a running back dive over the pile and get a touchdown like that near the goal line. We used to see it a lot 10 years ago. Now you can't even get the space where you can jump up over defenders. Awesome job. Nice touchdown.
The Cardinals are ready to return the kickoff. Ball is out. They pick up the loose ball, and here they go.
Always hustle on the kick teams and always be alert. That football came loose. What a job by the kicky team falling on it and getting that fumble.
The Seahawks offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last possession ended in a touchdown. Phil, let's see if they can do it again.
Very well done. Loved what I saw out there on the offense the last time. They mixed it up and they showed a lot of confidence. You can see the speed of the football team and try to duplicate what they just did.
Has the reception all alone.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
Football sits at the 2.
Let's go. Run to the yard. Run to the yard. Three. Let's go. Run to the yard.
First and goal. Takes it out of the eye. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
You just love it as a quarterback. You get down in there and it's first and goal and you score. Now you don't have to sweat the fact that, man, what are we going to do if it gets to third down? You don't have to worry about it. Good run, nice touchdown.
Let's go.
So, put down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on that occasion.
Yeah, good job by the offense. They executed the play perfectly, and they got in the end zone, like you said, and got that 2 points.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Cardinals offense takes the field. Let's see if this momentum can carry over from the first half because they have been brilliant to this point, partner.
Yeah, a lot of things changed in that locker room at halftime. You know, you might feel good about what you've done. Of course, you got to realize the defense might be upset and is willing to come out here and take more chances in the second half.
He'll throw it over the middle. Got the completion.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today.
Flex round.
Now the defensive line is shifting to the right.
For a gain of about 5. He's now over 60 yards rushing on the ground. And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on first down. Quarters formation here for the defense. And here's the toss. The ball is fumbled, and the recovery is made by the defense.
Jim, a lot of times a coach, they'll put up with one fumble, but after that, your rear end might be on that bench. So learn from it and don't do it again.
The Seahawks offense, Phil, is on a roll right now with touchdowns coming on each of their last 2 possessions. Can they make it 3 in a row right here?
Well, we're going to find out. I like their chances. What have we seen that makes us think that they're not going to come out there and get it done? They're playing exceptional football on the offensive side.
First down at the 47. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
The Seahawks did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and, you know, you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
Now 1st and 10. Looking long. He caught it. Has it. Touchdown. Phil, how big was that touchdown here midway through the 3rd quarter to take the lead?
Well, Jim, I think anytime you start getting into the 3rd quarter of football games, anytime you take the lead, it's a big deal because now you're going to start affecting the play calls of the offense and the defense of the other team.
The Seahawks getting ready to kick it away. Tackles made right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. this was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done. Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this, where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing a quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass.
Could have been intercepted.
I think, Jim, when you got a close game like this, it's 3rd and long on the offensive side, you got to be smart. Don't take a chance. If you take a chance and cause a turnover, then that can turn the game around big time. So I expect the quarterback here to be very conservative with his decision.
The Cardinals need to get to the 35 to pick up a first.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Takes it from the gun. The Cardinals now move the chains.
The Cardinals, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
He makes the catch. First down at the 46. The defense gets a sack.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
The corners retreating. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. He's drilled as he throws.
Well, the most common thing that most offensive coordinators do in the NFL on 3rd and long situations, they're going to call a play where they probably don't think they're going to pick up the first down, but they're looking for field position.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The Cardinals come to the line with a bunch set.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Airing it out. Nice catch.
The Cardinals look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
First down at the 22. Finds his mark. Picked up a couple that time.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
The Cardinals have the football as the 4th quarter gets started. Quarters formation here for the defense. Press coverage all the way. Final quarter underway now with this snap. It's caught by Devontae Parker. Breaking huddle at the 8-yard line. First and goal. And they get the sack.
How about the defense on that play? They were not fooled. They see the pass coming. They get the penetration. They get to the quarterback quick. And that's a big sack down near the goal line. Look out here. They're going to blitz. They're all packing the line of scrimmage.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver. Toss to the outside. That's a gain of 6. He's now got 70-plus yards on the ground.
Jim, I love these situations. 3rd and goal. What are they going to call? They're going to run the football. They're going to go with a pass. And if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. 3rd and goal from the 10. It was right there, but he didn't bring it in.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
4th down and 10, and they're going to go for it. Looks like they're in press coverage here.
Ohio, let's go.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
The Cardinals turned the ball over on downs.
I think we heard this all week long, didn't we, Jim? They wanted to be aggressive in this football game, and they're calling the plays and managing of the game, but you're losing. It's close. You go for it on 4th down. That's a lot to try to overcome.
The Seahawks head to the line. 2 straight weeks now. They played in a very close game. Scores 25-21. To the ground. And that's good for only a yard or 2.
That was a predictable play call here in the 4th quarter. You got a little lead, and you're trying to run the football to run out the clock, but the defense was ready and stopped it for a short gain.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. The Seahawks lined up. Everybody split out wide. Second down and 9. Looking long. Very nearly intercepted.
That's what you have to do as a defensive back. You got to wait to the last second. Wait till the receiver uses his hands, and once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play.
Failing to connect there. 3rd down. Quarters formation here for the defense.
Look at the signals. The D-line is all shifting down inside. They're expecting a run right up the middle.
From the gun. He's wide open for the grab. Fights through contact. They have struggled on 3rd down, but not on that occasion.
The Seahawks offense, they know it's more than just about their defense. The offense did a good job that time picking up the 1st down. That's what you want to do. You got a small lead in the 2nd half. Keep getting those 1st downs and eat that clock up.
1st down following the long play. Handoff made. Thomas in on the tackle.
Good job that time by the defense. They're down. It's in the 4th quarter. They are expecting the offense to run the football, and they stop it for a couple yards.
After running it, it's 2nd down.
When you see linebackers like this shifting, they're trying to confuse the quarterback.
Taken down at the 45.
When you lead the game in the 4th quarter and you're on offense, you are looking to use the time up on the clock. So that was a nice play call by the offense to run. Defense stops it for a short gain, though.
On the way, 3rd down. Well, as the clock is winding down, the offense would like to just run it out. The clock's really become a factor here, and the defense knows it has to get off the field as soon as possible to give the team a chance. They're able to move the chains after that last run. He runs with it right up the gut. And they tackle him there at the 34.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The Seahawks came away disappointed how last week's game ended. And we've seen a different team out there today, up by a small margin here, but another close one.
Yeah, when you lose a game, it is a rough week after you lose. So just imagine if you lose 2 in a row, how you're going to feel. So you buckle up, you get tough, and you find a way to win this game. Now, there's nothing like a big hit. When you get it and it connects, it gives your defense some emotion. Look at the guys, how they're jumping around. Hey, that gets everybody excited.
The Seahawks lined up in the pistol. 3rd and 5. Gonna try and scramble now. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Gets out of the pocket fast and not able to make the throw for the completion though.
He'll try this one from 51. No good.
No good. So many times when you see these field goal kickers miss it, it's just about mechanics. What was it? Were the steps wrong? Did he plant his foot in the right spot? And you got to hit that football in the perfect spot too. A little bit of everything went wrong that time.
Now on 1st down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. That's a gain of 6.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Here's the handoff. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a 1st down. The Cardinals coming to the line still have all 3 of their timeouts here in the 4th quarter. 1st down at the 47. Ball is out. The offense was able to recover the ball.
One thing coaches hate when their offense is on the field is fumbling the football. Because a lot of times it's just bad fundamentals. But they're lucky this time. They had the fumble. They're able to get on top of it.
2nd down and 7. He's able to come down with it. What a catch. One-handed. 3rd down coming up. Needing a 1st at this point.
You know, you go to the hurry-up offense so you can get a high number of plays in, but also you don't want to use the timeout.
The Cardinals take it from the 38. The ball is knocked out.
The Cardinals go with the pass that time on 3rd and short. The defense was ready, and they stopped the pass. Now we have a 4th down situation.
The Cardinals come to the line of scrimmage with 2 timeouts to play with. Back at the line. They're going for it on 4th. The Cardinals take it from the 38. The Cardinals turn the ball over on downs. And he'll go back to the sideline, kicking himself that they could not find a way to get the 1st down and kept the drive going as they were on their way for what appeared to be a winning drive.
Well, there's a lot of people to blame on that drive. I don't think anybody did a good job. The offensive line, the receivers, and the quarterback, they're all at fault.
Takes it from the strong eye.
Right call here by the coach in this situation. Keep running the football. Keep that clock moving. You have the lead. Just tell your quarterback to tell everybody on offense this. Hold on to the football and don't have a penalty where you could stop that clock.
And now they'll try over again on 2nd down. It's a 2 tight end formation. Gets the handle here. He's going to be tackled right around the 49.
Well, that's just the right call to make. In this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius and catch the defense off guard. Manage the clock and just get this game over with.
The Cardinals will call for the timeout. They need every second to be preserved at this point. Down. Takes a knee. How important was this victory today, Phil?
They're all important, but this one gives you that little confidence. makes next week a lot easier to deal with.